everyone, welcome back. Nicole here with Edge of Wild, and this morning I'm going to put together the first bouquets that are going to be put out for sale in the flower stand. So I've been procrastinating, I guess I should say, because I think we've had the flower stand for about 2 weeks. I had the wedding last weekend that I didn't want to risk not having enough blooms for. I had plenty. Had a bunch of orders this week. Zinnias are coming in. Everything's coming in. It's very, very, very prolific out there. So I feel that I have enough that I can stock the stand, feel very comfortable for my CSA members, all of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay out everything because trying to pull out of the buckets is terrible. So I'd rather just lay my ingredients out on the table. So what I am working with, I have a whole bunch of zinnias. I do find those easier to leave in the bucket and pull out. I have feverfew. I have Rebecca. More feverfew. So those are long stems. The ones up there are short stems. Have those set aside for the jars. This is Agerarium, some poppy seed heads, annual phlox. There's some asters in there too. Lemon basil, a little bit of celosia, which I swear I had 2 more stems, but I don't see them. Straw flowers, and then sunflowers. And a zinnia that's not gonna, it's floppy head. I cut it because I was hopeful that it was gonna be ready enough and I was gonna beat the Japanese beetles to it, but no such luck. Okay, let's get started. So my goal is 6 wrapped bouquets and then 3 jars. So I'm going to start with my 6 wrapped bouquets, and then whatever's left over will end up in the jars. Things I've come to learn when working with zinnias, you kind of want them more in the center of the bouquet so that they're a little bit more protected. Same thing with the Rebecca. So as much as you're like, let's grab the biggest thing and start there, I've actually come to find starting with those makes life a little bit easier. I do still start with fillers like my feverfew, but then I pack my zinnias in around it. So I'm just going to kind of collect and go. No major color scheme to everything. Well, a little longer stem. There we go. No super crazy color scheme, just kind of mixing in all of our summer flower options. I really like these straw flowers. They have such a cool texture. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people when they hear or feel the texture that they have to them. And then we will mix in some of the sunflowers. Pop off some of the feverfew that doesn't look as lovely. This feverfew is really cute, but it doesn't get as big, so it kind of takes 1 or 2 stems to make as much impact with it. Put my bucket of zins a little closer. Thought I saw a beetle butt. I was going to have to pull it out and annihilate it. I love these Rudbeckia. I love how many petals are on them. I think it makes them look really unique because most people aren't used to that full looking of a Rudbeckia. So I think it makes it very eye-popping. Add in some celosia for some height. And then these straw flowers, I'm not even overly concerned if they end up touching the water because they will just dry. Like they'll be happy. They pretty much will be happy no matter what. So I get to just tuck those in and not worry about them, which is very satisfying. To not have to worry about the flower. Poppy seed head. Some of my queen lime. I believe this is queen lime red. Gorgeous. I like these minis, but they have a lot. They always have so much to trim off of them because they're kind of delicate stemmed, just because they're that much smaller. Hence why the heads grew so much smaller. And this is really only so small because of how tightly packed the sunflowers are. Like I don't want huge headed sunflowers because they're just not easy to tuck into bouquets. But it can make for some of them to have very little heads. Yeah, I don't like that one in there. Add in some basil for some lovely scent. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I like to have my big snips here to cut all of the stems. And then my little snips to snip off leaves because they're a lot easier to maneuver into places. We'll rubber band it up. And we should be good. So everything is stacked up. I have 3 jarred arrangements and then 6 bouquets. Everything's looking pretty good. So we will see how sales go. Fingers crossed. It's not raining, so hopefully in someone's travels they see it. We will put it up on Facebook. But I think the bouquets came out good. Nice and summery. I really like the straw flowers. I just love the texture. And then jarred arrangements. Crisol double-sided sticky tape on the back, just so they would still get that. And right now I'm just using white trash cans. I do want to paint them, spray paint them black. But everything's all set up. Thank you for coming along for bouquet making. I hope you enjoyed watching the flowers go together. I will see you in the next one.